Welcome everybody, my name is Michael and today we're discussing about two key partnerships with Crypto.com. First off, the UFC, second off, Formula One. That's right, these are huge $100 million partnerships, sponsorships by Crypto.com, which is going to be perfectly tied into what I was talking about last few videos ago, mass adoption. It's already here, it's the first wave, and this will lead to so many millions of eyeballs looking at these sponsors and going, what's Crypto.com? It's the perfect company to represent us. It's literally in the name of the company, cryptocurrency.com, crypto.com. That's immediately everybody knows what we're talking about. They're an exchange. They own an NFT exchange now. They have a debit card that pays you back in cryptocurrency. That's pretty cool. So let's go into the details. First off with the UFC. So for the UFC, crypto.com will be its first ever global team kit sponsor, fight kit sponsor. They have signed a 10-year, $175 million deal. That's huge. $17.5 million every single year. For what? To have their name everywhere. Crypto.com's branding is going to be on the uniforms of every single UFC fighter who goes into the ring. So the first fight happening this weekend in Las Vegas with one of the world's most popular and highest paid athletes, Conor McGregor. He's going to have it on his trunks. That's right. It's maybe not a soccer jersey, but it's still good enough. You have tens of millions of people that watch each and every single fight. And this is going to happen for the next 10 years. That's crazy. Now, Crypto.com is not the only cryptocurrency company that's suddenly working with sports teams. The Miami Heat recently signed a long-term partnership with FTX.US, and that exchange also purchased the naming rights to the home team arena. The Montreal Canadiens, the Major League Baseball, MLB, and NFL quarterback Trevor Lawrence. There we go, that's his name. They've all signed cryptocurrency sponsorship deals. So it's getting out there. And with Formula One, they're going to be the inaugural global partner of the Formula One. And for the remainder of this season, starting from July 17th, they're going to be ringside. You're going to see their logo. It's going to be fantastic. Crypto.com has currently over 10 million users worldwide. Now, how many people watch Formula One? So far, for the peak of the first race, which occurred in Bahrain, it was over 2.23 million unique viewers. For 2020, the total amount of unique viewers, people who are just, unique, every single one's different. It's not the same guy watching each and every race. You had over 433 million. The total cumulative amount of views that Formula One got for last year was over 1.91 billion. That's huge. That's huge. You're going to have hundreds of thousands of people who might be introduced to cryptocurrency for the first time, or they're going to see it constantly. They're going to see it at F1. They also might watch UFC. They also might partner with MLB. You're going to be watching baseball. You're going to see it across all sports. What's the next partnership? There's going to be more. That's happening. Now with Formula One, I could already see this coming because on the NFT marketplace of Crypto.com, it came out a little while back. You could see that the first NFTs that they were posting were of Formula One and their teams, the race cars. So the cryptocurrency exchange and the NFT marketplace are both sponsoring Formula One, and they're working together. Formula One was fueled by over $30 billion worth of sponsors. You could have hundreds of millions being spent, such as the Red Bull team, but they also have their own race cars and an entire team, to the minimum of $10,000 to $50,000 per race. So you're still going to have to spend over 250,000 euros for the whole season. And we're talking about millions for Crypto.com on a yearly basis. I think this deal is a little bit lesser known than UFC because it's not going to be just because Americans, in my opinion, will watch UFC even more. But on a global scale, F1 is recognized everywhere. It's just like soccer, whereas the rest of the world calls it football. Now that would be something if they would be sponsoring Olympics or if they were sponsoring FIFA. Who knows? That might happen in the future. This is a big deal because this wasn't happening a few years ago. You saw smaller sponsorships, but companies that are now worth billions of dollars are spending hundreds of millions of dollars just to promote themselves, which is always good. But it's not just promoting their company. is promoting cryptocurrency as a whole. This is what we were waiting for. It's just like the whole Coca-Cola versus Pepsi branding war. In certain countries around the world, depending on the history, people will never choose Pepsi, or people will never choose Coca-Cola, depending on what happened decades ago due to advertising. I'm not going to speak much about it, but just look up Pepsi. They had a few stunts. And one of the worst marketing fiascos, horrible PR, was in the Philippines. There was a bottle contest lottery fiasco. Even decades later, after what turned out to be even a tragic event, you have entire generations of people who won't drink Pepsi. Now, what happened was there was a bunch of unfortunate circumstances. They had a really bad printing where thousands of people thought they won the lottery. Pepsi never paid out, and certain things led to others, and then there was a few deceased people. So that was a horrible incident, but it still has lifelong lasting effects where certain areas of the world will never drink from their competitor. And we're just talking about soda pop here. As cryptocurrency goes on a massive scale in the future, as more and more people go online, as more and more people have access to the internet, have smartphones, and have access to YouTube and find out about crypto, the first few companies that are going to be recognizable everywhere you look, those will dominate the ecosystem. Those will dominate the communities. You have logos that are constantly in your head. You see them on advertising billboards, you see them on your phone, you see them on the internet, you hear about them, your friends are talking about them, you see them in the stores, and eventually that brand psychology, it forces you to purchase. Same thing with this. If you see crypto.com in enough places, even if you don't use their application, even if you don't use their card, even if you don't exchange Bitcoin through them, it's still stuck in your subconscious. And eventually you're going to remember it because of your program. If there's enough advertising, if there's enough marketing to just stick it in your head for just 1 second, you might remember about it next year. And if you have something that happens every single year, you're going to have millions of people that are suddenly coming into crypto. I hope there's going to be more of this. So it's very, very exciting. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. Tomorrow we're getting our high-speed internet installed, so hopefully we can start uploading by next week more content. Depends how often I'm going to be at this new house. Got a chair, now just need a desk. Yeah, we'll see what happens next. Thanks so much for watching today's video. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.